There are many cities that rise and fall with time, but Kashi, they say, was never built. It simply is. For Kashi is not merely a city, it's a living Shakti Peeth, where the Divine Mother herself dwells as consciousness, nourishment and liberation. When Sati immolated herself at her father Daksha's sacrifice, Lord Shiva wandered the cosmos, lost in grief, carrying her sacred body. To restore order, Lord Vishnu released his Sudarshan Chakra, which gently cut the goddess's body into 51 luminous fragments. Each fragment fell upon a sacred land, forming the Shakti Peethas, where the mother would eternally reside to bless the world. When her kundals or the earrings fell upon the banks of Ganga in Kashi, a dazzling light flooded the land. From that radiant point of Shakti emerged Devi Vishalakshi. She, whose eyes are vast and all-seeing. Her eyes, as the scriptures say, are not made of flesh and form. They are the eyes of wisdom, that which perceive the inner truth of all beings. It is through those eyes that Lord Vishwanath, the cosmic Shiva, beholds his own creation. The Devi Bhagavad Puran describes her as thus: Kashyam Vishalakshi Devi Vishwanath Samashrita. In Kashi, Vishalakshi Devi resides beside Vishwanath. The Tantra Chudamani further reveals that Sati's earrings fell here. Kundale yatra patite Vishalakshi tatha smrita. Where the earrings fell, there arose Goddess Vishalakshi. Her temple is close to the Vishwanath Jyotirlinga, symbolizing the eternal union of Lord Shiva and Shakti, the seer and the seen, the consciousness and the power. And so it is said, Kashyam tu Vishalakshi rakshati muktidayani. In Kashi, Vishalakshi protects and grants liberation. But the Divine Mother of Kashi is not only the seer of the truth, she is also the giver of sustenance. A beautiful tale regarding it is one that I share with you here. There was once a time when even Lord Shiva himself forgot the value of the word that Shakti sustains. In a playful moment of philosophy, Shiva told Parvati, all this food, all this world, it's Maya, illusion. The goddess smiled and in an instant vanished. When she disappeared, the grains ceased to grow, water dried up, and famine spread across creation. Even the ascetics of Kailash could not meditate, for hunger clouded their concentration. Only then did Shiva realize, without Shakti, even Shiv cannot exist. He searched the worlds for her and finally found her in Kashi as Devi Annapurna, the ever-bountiful mother, seated upon a golden throne and distributing food to gods and mortals alike. Here, Lord Shiva prayed to her, Annapurna Sadapurne, Shankar Pranavallabhe, Gyan Vairagya Siddhyartham, Bhiksham Dehi Cha Parvati. O Goddess Annapurna, you are eternally full and abundant, beloved of Lord Shiva and the very life of Shankara. O Parvati, please grant me alms, not just of food, but the alms of knowledge, detachment, and skill, so that I may attain spiritual fulfillment. The Devi smiled, filled his bowl and said, now you know, O Shankara, that consciousness needs sustenance and knowledge needs compassion. From that day onwards, the kitchens of Kashi never close. Every offering made with love in her name becomes an act of grace that sustains creation itself. Now let's talk about the eternal city of Kashi, why it is never destroyed. There is a tale that is whispered amongst the tantrics of old. When the universe was to be dissolved in Pralay, the Devi prayed to Lord Shiva, O Lord, when all this is turned to ash, let there remain one place on earth where seekers can still find you and me. Lord Shiva smiled and said, Avimuktam na muchchami kashim kalena bhasmatam. I shall never abandon Kashi, even when the world turns to dust. And saying so, he lifted Kashi on his Trishul, the trident. Thus, Even when the stars fade, the flames of Vishalakshi continue to burn, the imperishable union of Lord Shiva and Mata Shakti. And finally, she is also the one that gives us liberation. Beyond her vision and nourishment, there is yet another mystery hidden in Kashi. For here, death is not an end, but it is a return. It is said that when a soul breathes its last within this sacred land, it is not Yama, the Lord of Death, who comes to claim it, but Vishalakshi herself. The Rudyamal Tantra describes her as Vishalakshi Mahamaye Mukti Dane Pravartini. O Vishalakshi, the great enchantress, thou art the giver of liberation. As the final breath leaves the body, the goddess bends close and whispers the Tarak Mantra, the secret sound of deliverance, into the ear of the soul. And thus, through her grace, the soul awakens in the light of Shiva. The Skand Puran again affirms, Kashyam tu maranam muktim Vishalakshi prasadatam. Death in Kashi brings moksha through the grace of Vishalakshi. This is why that the sages say, to die in Kashi is not to die at all, but to awaken into eternity, cradled in the eyes of the mother.